Hello, I'm Gabe, and this is my kitten. He is quite old now, but he is our youngest cat, so we still call him the kitten. He doesn't mind too much if you pick him up. He's a very friendly cat, but we've had him since he was a kitten, so. In any case, this year, I went to Convergence, and I started doing some vlogs from Convergence, but I didn't quite finish the intros for all of the footage that I got. Fortunately, I still have my grid. And I believe I told you about Friday. Let's see, what did I do on Saturday? I went and watched the Assassin's Guild Boffing tournament. Just a little bit of it. It was quite busy, and it's hard to get a good, comfortable seat, but I've got a little footage of it, so here's one match from the Boffing tournament.
Oh, and then they have a mermaid, too. Jesus, that big.
Totally hit him in the chest. You're gonna get bit. Go, Sarah! Yay! Dude, I'm rooting her all the way to Kingdom Miriam.
After that, I went to one of my favorite things, the classic video game tournament, and I also have some footage from that.
Graspin? Graspin. Like Marty Gras?
Are you grasping?
I don't know how to deal with this word. Okay, but our competitors will be Super Duper Saiyan and Sonia. And Super Duper, if you could call this coin in the air. And it is Tails. You can play first. This is going to go well, but that's the rule of this tournament. Everybody does well. Quote on quote. And let's see what Graspin is all about. What the hell? We've got life preservers. We've got... Who are you? Are you the bounty thing? Are you the guy at the bottom? Okay, you have a hat.
Oh my god!
There we go. Okay, you've grabbed a buoy of some kind.
She grasped it.
Oh, you've grasped it and used fun things. Whoa. Look at this game mechanic. What? Oh yeah, she did that. Oh, she did that too? Oh, is that lava? Could be. I'll take some. That flying dragon thing touched your hat and you died. Okay. Okay. So let's go grasping some things. Whoa, that does look like lava.
It's a tree.
It's a tree? It's water?
It's water. It's water.
It does seem like a water-related game.
Kirby, go play with the wood.
Oh, the buttons do things. Oh, interesting. Okay, the mechanic is making sense. Oh yeah? Yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, flipping some things. Oh yeah. Getting life preservers. Yeah, that's what you do. Oh yeah, that's a buoy. Wait, where are you? Where'd you go? Okay, yeah. Good. That flying pug dog thing looks like he... Whoa. Oh.
In your face.
Interesting. Okay, so Super Duper has 2,700 points. Sonia is at 4,350. We are starting to figure this game out. Apparently, we want to grab all of these flotation device things.
I hope so.
Oh! Not lava. Okay. So we've got one bad guy that can just cross right through barriers. Oh! Is he in the room with you?
No.
Okay. Super duper. Still in the lead with 6,000 points. You want to be careful not to get locked in a closet with any of these baddies.
He wants to follow the game and it's no fun, let me tell you.
Okay, it's close. 6,300 to 6,650. We're down to just the last couple rotation of buttons. Now, do we have any idea what that green section of decoration is all about? It seems to have two-letter Y's.
Yeah.
We didn't need that right there.
No bonus. Unlucky.
How high can you try? Okay. She scraps the C.
I think the life preservers let you go on the water on the outside.
Oh. Yep, I don't think the life preservers are necessary to win. I'm noticing that the buoy marker flaggy things have letters on them. I bet the problem is for getting them in an order, possibly alphabetically? I'm guessing.
Bottom right shows try A at the beginning of each round.
Ah. Helpful instructions on screen? Okay. Okay, she's trying the lava flow. It seems to be working. Alright. Oh! They came from behind. Game over. Oh, looks like Super Duper is moving on with 12,000 points.
And after that, I learned how to fold an origami lotus flower at the Quantum Sandbox. So let me see if I can remember any of that. Here we have a piece of paper. You want it to be a square, so let's make it a square. Hello, kitten. You want to help with this, huh? Of course, the more accurate you are on all of this, the better it turns out, and I'm going to be doing this in a somewhat rushed fashion, so chances are it won't be terribly accurate. Now that we've found the center, we fold everything into the center. This is called, I think, a blitz fold. And having done a blitz fold on one side, you then turn it over and do 2 or 3 blitz folds on the other side. So there, that's what I've done. And then I fold these over again. It's very hard to teach origami. I wouldn't suggest you try and learn it from this video. I'm just trying to show off what I can do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to do it one more time because it was getting really thick, the paper was, by the time we were done with all of the blitz folds. So there's that. And that. Obviously, blitz fold is a traditional Japanese term for this. Okay, there we go. So then, having done that, unfold these like, see, how did they do it? This is the point where you discover if your paper is not strong enough for this. Fortunately, this index paper actually seems to be pretty well strong. And I think this is the point where I discovered I've done it wrong. Yeah, because there isn't anything to turn inside out anymore. So, I believe that means that last fold was supposed to be the other direction. So let's try that. Okay, so now we've got these. Turn them inside out. There we go. And yes! Now I believe we have more guys that we can turn inside out here. So there's one. I still think I did this wrong, but it's coming out looking good enough. So, if nothing else, this is an alternative to the other lotus flower. There we go. We've turned them all inside out. We have all the petals of the flower, and there we have a probably slightly incorrect, but nevertheless reasonable lotus flower. I was going to go to the mega panel, but I didn't make it in. So then I ended up going to my wife's first panel. I bought it. Do I own it? Ownership in the digital age. Here's a little footage of that.
This is the All Gods and Goddesses panel. It's the mock panel before the real panel begins.
That's the best panel, right?
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think there should be more panels like this.
Oh, so you're the only lazy one.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. Like, I just sit around and pick flowers. He comes, gets me, we get married. I sit there and look pretty. He welcomes all the dead mortals. Yep. And this is Zeus.
How you doing?
He doesn't care about your husband problems.
Don't care. But how you doing? What's your favorite animal?
Oxen.
Ooh, I've done that.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you hear about him in Europa?
No.
Yep. Yeah, that was a thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He rode her all over Europe.
All
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That explains some things.
That's why they call it Europe.
Yep.
Exactly. But still though, my favorite though has been the golden shower.
Oh, yeah, when it comes to golden things.
Think about it.
Apples are enjoyable when it comes to golden things.
Yes.
Smart.
But not showers.
Not, fleece are okay.
Yeah, fleece
Yeah.
is okay.
Yeah,
It's soft.
that
It's
works okay.
comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I like golden gilded boxes. I keep things like beauty in them.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You never want to run out of beauty at a con, so.
No. And mortals always keep coming into the underworld asking to borrow my beauty, and I'm just like, I have it in a box, or there might be something else in this box. You want to see?
How you doing?
He's not going to stop.
Mhm.
So how's your pantheon going?
For the most part, the mortals have been calm, which I appreciate. They're dying at the acceptable rate. Birds are okay. I haven't had to have a disease in like 4 or 5 years, so.
Wow, that's some good mortal management.
Yeah, we're proud of. I mean, it's really all human resources. Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Not enough orgies.
I wouldn't say that.
Join our esteemed authors of Children's Storyline.
Children's story time exclamation point.
So they may or may not be children. We don't know. They're mortals. We don't really care. They're gonna die soon anyway. And then I'll have to deal with them for all of eternity. It's part of his fault that they constantly pop out kids.
Yes.
He likes impregnating the mortals.
Okay. Gotta add those demigods. No, I had a panel like that there at Council Room where it was just me, and they decided to put the panel right during the middle of the masquerade ball.
Oh, you mean like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one showed. Until about after the panels or the masquerade ball was over, people showed. And every adult that came in had a beer. I handed them a beer. I'm a pretty good host when it comes to panels.
You're not as good of a host as my husband. Just saying, he is the eternal host.
Dang, son.
Baby goats, that's all I'm going to say. Baby goats.
We will have a goat parade.
Yes.
This is going to happen.
Yes.
Sooner or later, it's going to happen. I will make it happen.
Goats in pajamas, that's all.
The kitten's picking up the lotus flower. So then there was Sunday, and on Sunday morning, my wife had another panel called Band of Artists, which I went to. And then after that, the solar punk panel, which she was also moderating. The solar punk panel went quite well, but there was a lot of nervous energy in the room because solar punk is very new, and it's captured a lot of people's imaginations, but they don't know each other yet, and they don't know whether what they have to say will be acceptable to the community yet, because there really isn't a community. It's just barely starting to form. So there's a lot of excitement, but also a lot of nervous energy, because everybody's like, oh, this could be so cool, but also it could be ruined, and I don't know if I like this person sitting next to me yet or not. And Sarah did a wonderful job of keeping everyone calm and trying to make sure that everything got talked about. And then let's see, after that, I went to Art That Is Not Flat, which was a really interesting panel. The more stories they told, the better it got. Which 3D art areas are more cooperative, where people are willing to show you how to get into it and help you out getting started, and which ones are far more competitive. And jewelry, for some reason, is very competitive. Oh, and then I made a drop spindle. I went back to the Quantum Sandbox, so I'll show you that. I haven't really been able to use it as a drop spindle. I've mainly been just spinning it by hand, which is very slow. I think it's just not weighted properly. But it's made of a chopstick with some tape holding a paper clip that's been bent upwards into a hook that's centered over the top of the kitten. Now the kitten's playing with it next to the camera leg. Don't knock over the tripod! And then there are 3 paper clips around here for weight. This is a piece of tag board actually, with the circle glued to it, and I made a little pattern on it so it goes whirly. Let it unspin a bit here so you can see how it's supposed to work. So there you go. And let's see if I remember which way I was spinning it. Looks like it was the other way because it wants to come undone that way. So I was doing this. Now, there's a whole part of this technique that you need like carded wool to show. I'm just unspinning and respinning the same bit. But then once it's sufficiently spun, take it down here and you wind it onto the drop spindle. And then once the drop spindle is full, you unwind it, wind it from your elbow to your hand, and then wet it and hang it up to dry, which allows it to keep the twist. Ta-da! A small amount of yarn. And I think that was the last thing that we did. That was Convergence for me this year. Mostly a pleasant experience. I didn't go to nearly as many events as I usually do because I spent a lot of time making videos. But all in all, a pleasant experience, and I plan to go back next year.
Warning, warning, this video is almost over. Warning, warning, it's time to choose another one. This has gone on far too long, time to wake up and sing along. Warning, warning, this video is over now.